Hugh Dunlop was born at Prestwick in Ayrshire in 1887. By 1912 he was living in New South Wales, where he married Jeannie Purdy from South Australia. They moved to Dunedin soon after, and Jeannie gave birth to their first child in 1913. Named Ronald, the boy died at 3 months, but Hugh and Jeannie had another son in 1914, who they also called Ronald. Hugh was working for the New Zealand government as a bricklayer at Seacliff when he volunteered for Overseas War Service in August 1915. After basic training in Wellington, he sailed for Egypt with the 8th Reinforcements to the New Zealand Expeditionary Force in November 1915. During the first few months of 1916, the New Zealand units in Egypt were replenished with replacements from reinforcements for all the casualties suffered in the Gallipoli campaign. The force was also reorganised and expanded to divisional strength, 3 brigades instead of 1 that had served at Gallipoli, for further service on the Western Front. The Otagos expanded to 2 battalions instead of 1. Hugh was initially posted to the New Zealand Engineers as a sapper, but within weeks was transferred to the 14th Company of the 2nd Otago Infantry Battalion. The New Zealand Division then sailed for France in early April 1916. From May to August they were in the front line in a quiet sector near Armentières in northern France, while they learned how to operate in the trenches of the Western Front. Hugh was promoted to Lance Corporal and then Corporal during this period, and also spent some time in hospital with severe diarrhoea. In September, the New Zealand Division moved south to play their part in the Battle of the Somme, which had been raging since 1 July, with huge casualties on both sides but no definite breakthrough by either. The New Zealanders entered the fray on 15 September, taking the lead in an attack on the village of Fleur. This was the 3rd phase of the First Battle of the Somme, officially known as the Battle of Fleur-Courcelette. This was the first divisional-sized set-piece attack in the history of the New Zealand Army. 0 hour was set for 6:20 am, and the attack was led by the 2nd New Zealand Infantry Brigade, which included Hugh's battalion and the 3rd Rifle Brigade, with the 1st Brigade in reserve. 2 battalions of the 2nd Brigade led off the attack, Hugh's 2nd Otago and the 2nd Aucklands. They succeeded in taking their initial objective, the Switch Trench, whose position was just beyond the present-day site of the New Zealand Memorial. But their success came at a heavy cost. 15 out of 20 officers and 445 out of 816 other ranks in the 2nd Otago Battalion were either killed or wounded. Hugh was one of those killed, and like many, his body was lost on the battlefield. He is commemorated with 1,200 other New Zealanders whose remains were lost on the Somme on the panels of the New Zealand Memorial and the nearby Caterpillar Valley Cemetery.